All right, and what is your name and your age, please?
Walter Cooper, and 37.
All right. So, the first question that I have for you is how would you define love?
Love is patient, love is kind.
I hate you.
Love love is unconditional. Like it's not something you can turn on and off. Like it's just a feeling that you can't even really explain it. It just is what it is.
Interesting. Do you think love is enough to create and sustain a stable relationship?
No. You
No.
could love someone to death, but I mean, if it's not working, it's not working. Love isn't enough. It's a respect thing.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think are the keys to a successful, like, stable relationship?
Communication, understanding, comprehending, wanting to change and do better for the other person.
Mm. That was a good answer.
I know, I got all the answers. Now, if I do it, I don't know, but
Right. That's the kicker.
I know
Um.
what to say.
My next question is how do you feel about cohabitation, like with young, like adults in relationships?
Like living together.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, you really get to see how someone is when you live with them. Like, I mean, so I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Like, I know they say you shouldn't be shacking up, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not opposed to it.
Yeah. How do you feel about like single parenthood and illegitimacy in relationships? Like basically, do you like notice a lot of like differences in single parenthood and like illegitimacy and stuff like compared to when you were growing up, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more single parents because, like, when I was growing up, parents were still together. But now we live in an era to where we have social media and everyone is too accessible. So people aren't putting in the work to fix their
Mm,
relationship. They're ready to just let it go. And
yeah.
people are okay just co parenting and just doing stuff like that versus really going back to the meaning and the root of um,
Starting a
parenting
family.
and
Yeah.
living.
So do you think like it's like a lost hope in comparison to like when our parents were growing up, or do you think there's still like a possibility of basically this generation getting it together?
I feel like it's getting progressively worse.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Relationships now are a joke. Like, it's just like,
Hmm.
it's people don't value nothing. They don't take nothing serious. They live in the what you won't do, someone else will do, so they're not willing to put in the work. Like they some
Yeah.
quitters and they're lazy,
That's
and
deep.
they always think that it's like they compare themselves to things they see on social media and expect that to be life and reality, and
Mm-hmm.
that's not even what it is.
Mm-hmm. Um, how do you feel about divorce? Like, have you noticed a change in divorces throughout the years as well, or like, do you think
I
people
have.
are
I
about
know.
the
I know
same?
for a fact the divorce rate has to be up,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I understand if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. But people are a lot more willing to get a divorce versus really sticking it out and figuring it out
Yeah.
because they always feel like if they could get something better or they just
Can do it
don't know how to
themselves or something.
communicate effectively, so they just have all kinds of issues.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that like the causes of these problems are because of like lack of morals or because like a lack of um like because religion no longer like plays a big part in like American society?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it is lack of morals now because people, you got girls doing all the OnlyFans and doing all this other stuff. So it's just like you don't respect yourself, but you expect someone else to respect you. So it's just like I mean, we have gotten away from our morals and the true meaning of what it means to be a wife and everything. Like these girls are just they don't want to do nothing. They just want to be taken care of because they see people on TV, housewives. Oh, they don't do nothing. They just so they
What
just
about men? Because what about men? Because y'all don't do nothing either.
it's a what?
I said men don't do nothing either. I'm confused.
I
Y'all
mean,
don't
yeah,
want to
we
be
live in a generation
husbands.
to where men are. It's like the women be requiring and expecting so much, and the men are having to do less. Like, definitely living in Atlanta, like, as a man, you don't have to do as much because, I mean, you're a hot commodity. So it's just like, I mean, we live in a time to where with the Me Too movement and with everything that people just generational roles have been forgotten. So people just doing whatever they want to do.
I had to hear. I'm screaming. Um, do you think that, well, like, okay, of course there are obstacles that we're gonna face as Black people, like, you know, just being Black. Like, we obviously have more problems than anyone else. But what do you think could be done to basically get rid of these, oh my god, to get rid of these obstacles that get in the way of creating like marriages and keeping nuclear families
I
in
think
our
we need
communities?
it starts with the social media. Like, it starts with people seeing things on social media and being brainwashed and watching these reality TV stuff and thinking that that is real life. That stuff's not real life. Like, so it's just
Yeah.
like you're wanting a fantasy that's not going to happen. So then you're constantly unhappy and nothing is ever good enough. Like, you got girls saying, I don't want my man to work a 9 to 5, but the whole time you rather be with a drug dealer or something else. Like, it's just like, I mean, people have veered away from putting in the hard work to trying to live a life that isn't even for them.
Right. Good answers.
I'm a professional.
Please. Oh my god.
I do this.
Please. Anyway, that was all of my questions. Thank you so much for your time. I will definitely send you receipts. And yeah, that's all I needed. Thank you.
All right.
All right.